Hello and welcome to Play of the Night. This is a 5th edition homebrew campaign set in the world of Raska. I am the host, James J.C. Laird, and I'm going to be the Dungeon Master as well. Shock and horror. For those of you that are new to our humble streaming service, we do things a little bit differently. We're very much about the fun, and we're all about building a compelling narrative and story for the players and for your enjoyment. One of our players is on the way, so that explains kind of why we're running a little bit behind. But the characters that we do have of Allura playing Nyax,
Hello.
and Evan playing Bigsy and Twig,
Heyo.
they let me know that they are comfortable running just themselves, doing a little bit of roleplay and backwards and forwards to fill in the gaps. We don't need to waste our time filling in with, let's face it, background elevator music. So, to fill in what happened last time, the players have been bleeding themselves from the port of Port Rack. Travelling by ship upon the Black Masts, they eventually disembarked in Obreen. It is a small settlement, and discovered that the plague had indeed spread beyond the boundaries of the Emerald Enclave. The Emerald Enclave being the home and capital city of the Wood Elven Nation, that is a semi-autonomous region within the Republic, the land-owning, land-grabbing, somewhat caste system-y suppressing government structure that is currently in place upon the continent. After arriving in O'Brien and seeing that the plague had spread and dealing with some of its effects, the group then elected to travel further inland to Solaridad, the lack of a better word, provincial capital and the largest Republican town on the outskirts of it. During their trip, they were assaulted by a group known as the Black Hand, an assassination group known and renowned for working with the known with working with the General of the Dead Three Cows, Lord of Decay. After dealing and dispatching with them and losing a couple mounts, they eventually made it into Solaridad, where it seems that a large encampment and quarantine zone has been set up on the outskirts. The town itself seems to be in fairly heavy lockdown. You can see that as the characters approached, they saw levels of damage from its inhabitation. After a brief meeting with the guards, they went over to where the healer, Cobalt, would be found. After doing a couple of preliminary checks, it was discovered that the initial stages of the plague could be spotted upon the bodies of Pigsy, Pip, and Amon. Bathing in holy water vats ensued, into which they eventually discovered that the pathogen had taken root, and thanks to some healing efforts by Pigsy, all things were dispelled and ruined, though the incredible examination of Boop was part of this process. We pick up with the, dawn light now turning into true morning, and the party is waiting for Cobalt to arise and come speak with them about what he has been discovering and what has been going on. But in the meantime, these two are going to do a little bit of roleplay together. So I turn it over to you, Pixie and Nyax. Take it away.
Are you still having bad poops?
No, I'm fine now.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I'm good.
We might need to have you try and poop again to see, just to make sure.
See, the thing is, I just did, so it's gonna be a little bit.
That is true.
So, but okay. Did you want me to? No, I already casted it on you, right? I believe.
What, protection from good and evil?
Yes. Yeah, I did. Already.
Yeah. You
Okay. And you were fine though.
Yes.
I'm rolling.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Yes, right. You cast it on everybody. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. That explains.
Apart from Pip's Steel Defender, which I'm pretty sure that can't get infected.
I mean, it's literally brick.
Right? Don't quote me on that.
Okay. Well, if it does, then this is going to be a really strong passage in. Okay.
Okay. Did we figure out which tunnels that we were taking last time? Yes or no?
Yeah,
No,
I think.
you had various options at your disposal.
Yeah.
Ones that were cave systems, ones that were behind waterfalls, ones that led to rivers, others that were more northern, more eastern, more western. You had many to choose from.
I believe we wanted to do the magic shop one though, because such little people knew about it. I believe that's what Amon also agreed on.
So we agreed to go down Master Vary's secret tunnel.
Yes, because least people knew about it. So. But before we went, we wanted to talk to Cobalt. So we're just waiting for him to wake up and be all about the city. And then I guess we can tell him about our progress, how we figured out a way to cleanse the disease before it actually takes hold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he lacks like that power to do it.
Why would you say that?
Just because, okay, you know, everybody was helping out yesterday. We were all doing our own things. So Twig and I decided to, you know, heal some of the injured people, the non-infected, but just, you know, the bumps and scrapes. And he was very confused on what I was doing. And then I told him I was a healer, and then he just didn't really know much, it seemed like, with the healing thing. So I feel like maybe he's very good with medicine, but I don't know if he has a deity or a god that helps him, if that makes any sense.
Did you find out if he was a cleric?
Well, that's why I want to see him today too, because we can tell him that we did solve it early on, but I don't know if he can actually do it. So it's honestly just a waiting game until we see him. And until the others catch up to us, because I'm sure that we are very far ahead of them. Because Pip's all with Roland, or whatever.
I'm sure she's having a good time with him, walking and having what they called ice, shaved ice. You ever had shaved ice? It's disgusting. Actually disgusting. It's literally just a bit of ice chopped up with some berries.
Oh.
It's not even properly squished together. Seems a little bit. Weird, if you ask me.
Do you think it's weird that you're back here?
Well, I've never technically been right here.
But you know what I mean.
I haven't been here for a very long time. I wouldn't class it as weird.
Okay.
It hurt.
Oh.
As much as going back home after a long period of you being away hurts. I really want to find people that I loved and cared about and to get this sorted out, to be honest.
Well, at least they're out there, though. It's good to know. Do you think anybody would still be brave enough to actually be around, like, the castle and such?
Of
like,
course.
still to this day?
Yes.
Like, full on live and well kind of thing?
That I'm not so sure about. It's not necessarily the capital that I'm most questioning about. it's the underground fortress that I'm presuming people will be.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If they are there, then the undead are going to have to go underwater and through systems, tunnels to try and get to them.
Can undead just hang out underwater if they don't breathe any? So I guess they could. Okay. Just curiosity. So what if we all become undead so we can walk under?
No, I don't really want to become undead.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. That was stupid. Did you want me to... No, sorry,
so
go
we're
on.
having map difficulties. It would seem that the map file format isn't allowed, so we'll be using this in the meantime.
Do you want me to try and get you another one?
We'll do it on the break.
Popping up.
I brought it up this way as a full image file rather than trying to put it onto Roll20. It doesn't seem to do it. We'll work it on the break.
Okay. Yes. I definitely don't want to become undead. I don't know if you know, but it puts a right downer on your day, I think. I also like being alive.
Okay.
Do you have something that you need to tell me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Insight check.
Yeah, exactly. Can I do an insight check on that, please?
Insight check on what? Like, what question? Like, what do you mean by it?
Are you alright, Well?
Are you alright?
Yeah.
You want to become undead?
Yeah, you can roll insight on that.
Okay, let me roll. Okay, this is gonna be really bad. Next is shit at rolls. Just saying. Unless it's for combat, and then she has. No, she's all right. Then she's all right, I guess. I got a 9 on the dice. There's no point in me even, because I'll probably have a 0. 9.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm chilling.
I'm all right. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Exactly. Did you want me to? I guess I shouldn't cast a sending message to him. I was gonna see if he was up or not.
To Thovik? I thought you already did.
We did before nighttime, but I mean, we could do it again. But I could also message Cobalt, see if he's awake. But I feel like that might be kind of a waste.
That might be a bit rude.
The DM
Would
might
it be?
waiting for other characters to show up before I introduce him.
I'm having a search party. We are finding him down. Now, we're tracking him.
He's in a drunken stupor.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if I had his job, I'd be in a drunken stupor too. But who was that who talked right then? The clouds! Pixie, the clouds just talked to me.
This place is getting... I think we're still infected. I'm hearing things.
Trying to get hallucinations and delusions.
Are you hearing things too? Oh shit, yeah. We're gonna die. No. There's a couple of things that you that we all need to talk about before we go.
Mm-hmm. Even rolling?
Even rolling. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you want to sit this one out again or run away like last time, but that's fine.
As I might have said previously to you, Pigsy, the river itself.
Mm-hmm.
like I said, has healing ability.
Okay.
Also, we say, because it is the livelihood of us, it grants us life.
Okay.
But we also kind of bury our dead in the river. Not in the sense of what you think of, but we place our people upon a barge, a boat of a rowing boat of sorts, surrounded by flowers, herbs, and we allow them to set loose upon the river.
You know, the rich families get a rowboat. The poor families just get a kayak or a canoe.
And then
You know, the royalty, they get a fucking ship. It's really difficult to get down the river, but they do it.
so do you light it on fire by any chance?
It's only until it finally reaches its final descent upon where the river meets the sea that we alight the body.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen that one time before.
The elves call it the passage from life into the eternal slumber.
Is that something that you would do? Is it like a respect thing kind of thing?
All elves respect this tradition. Once a month we gather our dead, and normally it takes a couple of days, but throughout those days we will continuously do this passage.
Now I know more about elf culture.
Yes, of course. It's also respectable and respectful that those that are still living in their families represent something to the spirits to help them on their passage. Whether that be a note that a loved one has sent them that they kept dear, to a necklace, to a certain flower, to gems or crystals, a wedding ring, bracelets, clothing. We allow them to travel with them. So, at parts along the river, there are gems and certain expensive items. Now, you must not touch these items.
Okay.
Do not pull them from the river.
I promise that Pigsy will not take the items, and I'm gonna wink at Twig.
No, you did. Can I roll it? Can I roll, please? Can I roll to see if I saw
is
the
it
wing?
really necessary? I mean, are you trying to do it?
No,
secretly?
it's very obvious. It's like a full on like turn my head, wink at Twig, and Twig kind of acknowledges it.
Wink,
At this
wink.
point,
And he has like his little hands going too. Getting
his
ready.
little hand. At this point, Nyx is gonna take Pixie by both the shoulders, and she's gonna look like super serious. Say, if you pull anything from that river, the chances of you being cursed for life or hunted by spirits for the rest of your days is very high.
Oh.
It has been a gift from loved ones that have passed to grant passage. The spirits have accepted this. You take it back, the spirits are not going to be happy.
Okay, so don't touch the shiny gems so they don't attack us.
These are the souls and spirits of my people.
But it's big and red and there's a button and I want to push it.
Literally. I got 4 gold. That's why I'm like itching my head right now. Okay. We won't touch it, but I don't know. I've seen Pip has been pretty shifty with her hands, so I'm just saying you might want to tell her that.
Of course, I'm going to tell her, but seeing as I have you here right now, I thought it would be best to tell you.
Okay.
There has been people that have taken things out of the river, and within a week, their bodies have been lying dead.
Okay.
Spirits will not take those that have thieved from the river. So their spirits, their souls, will be trapped here.
Do we have to go through the river? Because Twig doesn't really like swimming that much. Like, can we go around the river? Or is it kind of like a small river where we can honestly just jump it?
The underground tunnels that we will be passing through.
Mm-hmm.
You said that we were going down Master Vari's tunnel.
Yes.
At one point, there will be a point where we are going to be submerged. And
by nature, most underground terrains either lead to hot sources, which stop them from filling up, or they are water filled because they've gone below the water table in various regions.
Yeah. I would say a decent amount. There is respites where we can pop up the air. I can cast light on things which stones that we can put out in front of us whilst we're swimming. And there'll be air pocket and small places where we can come back up and rest.
Okay.
Master Vari, I know his entrance and I know where to come out of. I know how to get through the tunnels that way. But Master Vari also had tunnels that led off to different places that were dead ends that we used for other things.
We'll also say that your knowledge is older than it's not exactly the freshest of things, so times that have happened, things might have changed, but let's face it, you've got as damned as could be a guide into wherever you're trying to get to.
Okay.
So I'll know if he's put any illusionary walls up and things like that of where I go. I was sure that there was a tunnel that went that way there.
Right.
Sort of thing. But I won't necessarily know, oh, that tunnel leads to this dead end and this dead end leads to one of Master Vari's workstations, for example. I don't know that.
I will also say, as a point, Amon has the Dungeon Delver feat, which will give him, advantage on these various things, that if there have been any changes, or there have been anything put up, because let's face it, you were outcast during a troubling time, so you never know what might have happened in the intervening years. Azamon brings up the fact that he has some experience, or at least has an uncanny ability to get through warrens and tunnels and dealing with their various hazards. You spot coming from the village Cobalt.
Oh! Did you want to say the honors?
No, I will be. You go right ahead.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to Cobalt.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cobalt. I'm gonna do a curtsy. With Twig. So we have some breaking, astonishing news. We figured out a cure for the parasite.
It is indeed very good to know. How did you come to this?
Yeah. Trial and error. But we don't know if it can be used on ones that are already infected. Like, that's been infected for a long time.
I know that it can be used until they're nearly dead, right, JC?
Well, the thing is, they do not. This is the thing. This is the misunderstanding that has been happening. Most of the people do not truly die. They are still alive. They are just possessed by their fever, and they do not act the true way. There is distinction between them. The most common effect is that the person will die due to the lack of nourishment and the body's own rejection of itself, and then that body is erased as an undead. This is not all people, though. These are the people that are these are the people with no gift in any way, shape, or form when it comes to magic. Those that have bloodlines or a connection to the weave in some manner, they have a different outcome. And I believe this is why the elves and now the tieflings here, such as myself, have been so harshly affected by it.
Oh.
Are you getting any help from the Republic?
I'm not really the person to ask for this. The mayor is the one that deals with the governing of things and dealings with whatnot. Initially, there was a lot of movements around the area to ensure that we were making sure of this and dealing with the bodies in the proper ways. And they came in the initial onwave of peoples, the refugees, and helped move them to larger settlements. We had the ability to hold so many, but not as many as were rapidly leaving. Many of them were relocated to other places. Generally speaking, I do not think that they have taken lightly to this. As of recent, though, as the creatures have turned more insular, we have seen a drop-off of Republican attention in this area. I think they are dealing with it from another angle.
They want to try and keep it locked away.
Absolutely. I would worry about this getting to any major population place. I mean, we are only so many thousand. Could you imagine if it were to get to the capitals? Ooh.
The only problem is that won't work.
There needs to be some level of contamination and cross-contamination between the things. From my experience, it's generally down to proximity and contact. It is why so many are making gestures at the tents around you.
From my knowledge, they had found way into secret tunnels that led from the Elven capital to the Parasine Peaks.
I have no knowledge of this. The Parasite Peaks are weeks travel away. I do not know anything of this.
With that, if it gets to the Parasine Peaks, then all they need to do is go over mountain cover, and they're already in the City of Glass. It will not
Do you
work.
wish to scare me, or do you wish to impress upon me the danger? Because I am very well aware of the danger.
I think it would be best if you advised you and the rest of the people that are here to leave. As
We
fast
cannot.
as you can.
There are too many sick and ill here. We cannot leave.
Can you heal them? Or do you just delay it? Because we were talking about the other day.
Yes.
Oh, we were talking about the other day. You were kind of interested in how I was healing people, and asked how I got my powers. So are you a man of faith? Do you have a deity that you pray to?
I have my abilities as much as other. Hey, there he goes. There's David.
Hey, David.
We're just talking with Cobalt at the moment. About various things, so feel free to jump in.
Alrighty.
I have my abilities, and I have trained well with them. I have been able to certain levels, I'm able to deal with it. Other times, I'm able to forestall it. Other times, I'm able to turn it back. It is very individualized case basis. As I said, I think because of the amount of magically potentialed creatures, magic potential peoples that are here and that were refugeeing, it is difficult to say truly how things will turn out. I think you are perhaps more potent and more immediate in the drastic of removals and actions, but I have my means.
Okay. Just curious.
Is there any way that you could learn protection from good and evil?
He gives you a look as if you've just insulted him.
Does that mean he has it?
See, I told you, Pigsy.
What?
I told you. I told you that he was a cleric.
Well, he didn't tell us how to cleanse it, so news to me. Can I see if can I do an inspection on to see if he has a holy symbol on him?
Sure.
Okay. And then if he does have a holy symbol, could I see if which one it
sure.
is?
Can I do the same thing?
Yeah, so do I have to roll a perception and then do I have to roll a religion if I find it? Is that how it's going?
Perception to see if you find it.
Could I lend a hand too? If I'm with them,
Sure,
that
okay.
is.
We're just all, hey, let's all do it.
Hey, let's see. Is that a religion? That's a religion, right?
No.
7.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a nat 20 to see if he has
17
a holy symbol.
per
You
religion.
do not spot any holy symbol on his body.
Okay. Interesting. He might not be a cleric. That's in my head, though. He might not actually be a full-on cleric if he doesn't have a holy
I'm
symbol.
very sorry, why am I being inspected like I am some elite? Do I have something on me? And he started looking at him.
No, I was just seeing if you have a deity. That's it. That's all.
You're very concerned about my well-being. I'm not very concerned about your well-being. Who are you people, and why is it so concerning of you that I work hard to save people's lives?
Just curiosity. That's just curiosity. No other reason.
There is curiosity, and there are things that should not be questioned or said in such manners to people that you do not know. Are you a person of faith? Do you know how to do this magic? Why did you not tell me this? I do not need to explain myself to you. I've saved thousands of people and risked my life continuously to do this.
Every NPC is gonna hate us.
He's looking at all of you quite. He's not just. He's looking at all of you at this moment.
Oh,
Sorry, we're just trying to figure
as
out
for
exactly what you are.
I am a person. My business is
Yeah,
my
but, like-
business, and as to the stating the very obvious of if I were you, I would get out of here. Who are you to tell people how to live their lives? Do you not think that if we had the possibility to do this, we would have done it? Do you think we are that stupid that you need to mention such things?
You could ask us to send word to somebody that could help, that could send boats. That could take your people away and send them back
Forgive
to
me
Port
if
Rack.
I am suspicious of your sudden generosity.
Why would you be suspicious?
Who are
I mean,
you?
we did.
I'm
My name is
Amon.
Nyax.
And I am Cobalt. I have a wife and children, and I live here. I have my means. You come in riding on creatures of another village and just start expecting things to happen? You come in and gallivant and think that, oh, we are new here, we must be the brilliant upper caste people. You can see he's giving more of a stink eye to Nyax and to Pigsy when he says that.
okay. Sorry. I was just thinking if you even knew anything about the curse or anything. Not curse, but the disease and the parasite, which you apparently do, which is great. We just thought we should tell you in case you did not know.
There are better ways to go about it than demanding knowledge from me and then going, but if you did not know this, then do this. Perhaps make a better suggestion and say, we have found success with doing such a thing. Very unusual peoples.
Okay, well, we're gonna venture out. I'm pretty sure.
Do you want that? Do you want us to send word to somebody that could send boats to get people in the village out?
And who would these people be?
Friends of ours.
Friends?
He gives a sardonic smile. I think I will be quite alright with the people that I know.
I mean, hey, we know a nice, lovely captain who would probably be willing us to give us a few favors.
Mm-hmm. The captain of the entire Elven nation?
We could possibly even ask King.
We could ask the Republic for help as well.
The Republic is doing their part. If you have means, then go ahead. If you wish to use them, then I'm not going to stop you.
But you were going to say that it was going to be a waste.
Extending the hand of generosity from nowhere creates a lot of suspicion. And then making grand claims that you can send fleets or vessels to remove people is, again, unusual.
Okay. Well, it's
And
not
then-
out of nowhere.
You have come to this place at the highest point of the highest point of the day prior, and then suddenly you know how to cure the plague. You are going to go battle with it. You know something about this. You are in contact with people in high places. And here I am, just a lowly tiefling, doing my job and being questioned about if I'm even capable of healing.
The reason why we were telling you about the ways to cure it is because they've gone through this before, and they've found ways to do it.
Indeed, and that's why I was curious about how the difference in styles was in my previous questions. Now I'm being expected to explain myself in deeply personal questions.
We were just wondering if you had a certain deity you looked So
Are you a virgin?
I may be.
Precisely. My worship is my worship.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna leave.
All we want to do is help.
I can appreciate that is what your intentions are, but your means of doing so are seem to show one hand and then expect another. It is disconcerting.
This isn't any of our problems. But I can tell you now that somebody here feels like it is their duty to make sure that this doesn't happen to anybody else. And they feel like if you continuously stay here, you're going to be putting yourself in danger.
And I think that that person should understand that if I do not stay here and risk myself, then I condemn those that are already unable to leave.
That's why we're saying we can possibly get help to bring the sick aboard ships.
So then why are you not sending it? Why do you need permission, consent, asking? If you have the ability to send aid, why is it not here?
Because if you did not want the help,
Or if you thought it was a raid.
or if you thought it was an attack of some sort,
He waves at the at Amon that this whole situation does not give this insinuations.
Mm-hmm.
He kinda
Personally,
gives
not
that,
to me.
He kind of gives that like hands up at his shoulders, palms raised to the sky. Huh? He kind of. Do you not see where you're coming from?
Do you think we're trying to raid you?
How good are your defenses? Can you cast good spells? What is your ability to do things? We can send ships if you want them to come here. By the way, let your guard down and suddenly, aha, here we are, raiders and pirates.
I mean, you can ask one of the prior islands. We ended up defeating a hydra that was attacking their town.
Kind of like gives that kind of like smile of bemusement.
do we have anything that belongs to the Hydra still on us?
The scales. And the hydra heart.
I'm pretty sure we still have something of the Hydra. Can we pull out the Hydra from? I think it's in the bag of holding. From the bag of holding.
I think we have scales.
I think it's the scales in Dragonheart. Not Dragonheart, Hydra
I
Heart.
think the heart
We gave
probably gone off.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we gave the heart, but I thought we collected something like
Claws?
like the like I chopped
The
off
claws,
a
yeah.
foot or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so you pull it out and you kind of like recoil slightly. Ugh.
See?
What does this prove?
We're good guys.
That does not look like we're good guys. We're showing him disembodied, like, body parts. We're the good
Parts?
guys.
Yeah, because we just told him
great.
that we... Yeah, but we just told him we'd... But, see, this is the foot of the hydra that we ended up killing. We traded the heart for something else, so we can't really show you the heart.
I
Oh, wait.
have work to
We have
attend
the,
to. Do you have any other non-personally intrusive questions I can assist you with, or shall I continue?
Oh yes. Do you know if there was a Master Vary that is still around?
Master Vary.
Mhm.
This sounds of elven nature.
Yes.
The records are spotty. We had so many people come in at once. It does not stand out for any. Would there be a reason this name stood out beyond?
High on the Elven Council, very, very high magic user. he probably had 2 of his daughters with him.
No, the most potent of magical users was a guard captain of some description. They succumbed and turned within the. Yes, no, that's. I do not think anyone of extreme powerful magics came through.
An elven guard captain.
Yes.
Do you remember his name?
No, I do not. They were in the final stages when they were brought in. The group did not survive. This was in our initial wave. It is difficult to say exactly.
One last thing.
If I can answer it, I will.
Have you travelled even the slightest bit into the shifting sun?
I have, yes.
By any chance, have you come across anything that looks like a citadel?
No, I worked around the fringes of the enclave for a time with learning which poultices and small plant things can be used to create tonics.
Is
I
there
did
any
not venture-
tales?
Not that I am aware of. I'm not particularly a scholar or a lore keeper. I know I know of like stories of movement between realms. That certain creatures of the Fae wanders between the places and within the forests. There are many places where the weave is thick. The other side of thick thinness. These creatures can sometimes move between and get trapped. It's only real knowledge I have of anything of this regard. No castles of sand or anything.
Do you know of any point that there is specific dark clouds over a certain specific area in the shifting sands?
No. The sands are baked with dryness. The peaks stop the weathers from landings, and with no there are settlements there, I'm sure. No, not any dark clouds. Why do you ask?
We're just looking for a something that we think used to be there that could possibly still be there.
That is vague enough to be useless.
Under magical protections, maybe.
I mean, the forest itself is under some form of protection. The spirits there are wild and untamed, and druids regularly seek out the waters and the plants because of their incredible abilities. I do not know anything further than this.
Yeah. That's all from me. Do any of you have any other questions?
Nope.
I wish to
I
speak with
don't have.
Amon here.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay, I'll go off with Pixie. Put my arm through his arm, and put my other arm through Twig's, and just Stroll along.
Okay.
Don't go too far without me, please.
I know. I kind of want to listen in.
He starts speaking Infernal. Do any of you other than Amon speak Infernal?
No. Sadly.
Nyax one wouldn't have listened in anyway.
Pixie's nosy, it seems like.
I have extreme concern about your company. Are you forced to be with them?
No, I willingly decided to join them when I heard that they were going to be fighting a Hydra.
I see. You must be careful with them. They do not understand what it is like to be not of the highest standings. They will expect things because of their upbringings and their privileges that allow them to make such questions, not expect such pushback from people when they try and refuse to answer. Did you see how they kept on trying to justify their reasons and their arguments? Oh, we were just trying to do this, or we have our own intentions. Yes, I'm very well aware of this, but you do not. They are not of our casted society. They are part of the thing that breeds levels of expectation from people. You should be careful.
Don't worry. I don't think anything bad's going to happen while I'm partying around with them.
No, I will. If they continue to ask questions in such a regard and speak to certain peoples, then they will not deal with you, which could lead to difficulties, or they could try and take offense to the attitudes presented, and then it will also lead to greater difficulties.
Alrighty.
I have avoided every form of shackle and chain, and most of the people here have chosen to live here for the exact same reason. They do not wish to be under that level of scrutiny by others.
I'll make sure that they don't push the questioning too far in the future to avoid any uncomfortableness that anyone else may or may not have, and to avoid any form of arguments or distrust with the people who are trying to help.
You should also be careful if you are planning on traveling into forests. I do not exactly understand how it spreads. I do not understand its origin point, but I know that people with magical capabilities are more susceptible to it than those that are not.
Hey.
Those with innate abilities, such as yourselves, such as ourselves, and those of fair lineage, it seems to have a great level of adherence. Bring in someone with no magical potential, and it seems as if the disease is weak. There's little to feed upon. Those that have more magical potential in them, it feeds upon them greater and turns them faster. So yourself, be warned.
Thank you, Cobalt. I'll make sure to keep an eye out and avoid getting the disease on whatever it is that attracts them to us magic users.
Very well. I think you are a fool for travelling into there, especially considering your companion's extreme views towards do not stay here, you will die. And yet you seem to contradict this in your own way by moving straight towards it. So again, there is suspicion there, but if you do indeed intend to go deep within, you will not experience too much difficulty straight away. The creatures seem to have reached their limit of spread and are now destroying themselves with their own mindlessness.
Alright. And the reason why we're going through the woods is because it's one of the fastest ways to get to the place that we need to go. Don't shush me.
Come, and he starts walking towards the quarantine zone.
Alrighty, I follow him.
He goes into one of the centre areas in one of the larger tents, and you can see that this is clearly where his like station is, I suppose. And he opens up a few chests and closes them, goes a couple of vials, and gives you one quite large potion. Your friend questions my ability to cure. Well, he gives you the potion. If ever any of you find yourself closest to death, have this. It should return you to fleeing ability.
Alrighty. Thank you. I'll make sure that it doesn't get destroyed or is used before it is properly needed.
Remember, what are your feelings towards the systems?
The systems?
The casting, the glass ceiling that stomps down and separates people into their blood types and purities.
I wish it wasn't a thing. It's
There are
bringing me
ways
nothing
to
but
deal
pain.
with it. There are ways to deal with it.
What are the ways?
There are 4 ways in particular that I know of. Some of them more risky than others. What are your abilities?
Well, I'm a warlock who has a decent amount of more support magic, and my only really good thing that I can do for damage-wise is my blast.
So,
My
you are
Eldritch
magic.
Blast. Yes.
I see. Then my ways are not open to you. I'm sorry.
Makes sense. It's okay. You don't have to be sorry, Cobalt.
I must return to my work. I must return to your party.
I wish you
Risk
luck.
yourself in life and limb. Farewell.
Adios. I walk back over to Nyax, Pigsy, Pip, and Twig.
You joining in? Grab an arm.
I link arms with whoever has a free one.
All I'm saying is, we wake up, we find a cure. I go tell a guy about the cure. He gets upset at me because he already knows the cure, but he never told me the cure when he figured out that I knew how to cast healing magic. So now he's just gonna act pressed. I'm leaving.
He's not like that. He just has a dislike for those who find themselves in a higher status.
No, but that's literally what happened, though. We find a cure. I tell him that we found a cure. He's upset because apparently everyone knows about the cure. I didn't know that, so I thought we did a breakthrough, and he just looks at me like we're idiots. Meanwhile, he never even told us about the cure at the start. So how am I supposed to know that he knows that I got the cure? Does that make sense?
I see why you're upset, but it's probably has been spread around through healers that know about the virus.
Oh.
So I wouldn't get all
When
too
we got-
angry and upset.
When we got in, JC, didn't he say that he didn't know the cure?
He just knew how to slow it down, he said.
Yeah, he knew
with
how
holy
to-
water.
Yeah, he knew how to try and help the infection rate and stuff like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So he didn't know the cure.
But he's mad because I'm a gnome and I'm so privileged. Huh. It's a real privilege
That's-
being 3 feet tall, isn't it? Come on, Twig.
Okay,
I'm gonna
but
keep
here's
walking. I'm like storming off a couple
You-
feet and then you have to like catch up.
you don't understand that tieflings are basically on some of the lowest species and are treated like scum most of the time. As proven in the other town where I almost got taken in because of my race.
But I feel like this is bigger. This is literally a cure for a breakthrough to stop anything, and he's making it about a racism hierarchy for some random reason.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like, okay, doesn't
He
matter.
might
Like,
have made it into racism hierarchy, but this was his time to kind of show that he's not going to follow the rules of the anarchy. Well, the way that it was placed.
He's most likely going to die.
so
And he's willing to make the sacrifice. It's
okay, so if he doesn't want to use the cure, that's fine. That's fine by me. If he wants to be petty, because I don't. Can I make an insight check to see if he actually knew about the cure or no?
You have to do that in the moment.
Would I had to? Okay, no problem. Because I was a little confused.
Yeah, so the way insight checks work is it's typically like, okay, they're saying this, and typically you go, do I believe them? And then I'll say, okay, make a roll or not. Sometimes I'll say make a roll just for the shits and giggles of it, because let's face it, I've done that to you guys a couple times now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's generally something
quite a few.
in the moment, because insight is like, how did
Makes
they
sense.
act in that moment? Were they looking shifty? Were they looking offended? How were they standing? That sort of thing. Whereas what you're doing now is like reflecting back on it, you'll notice inconsistencies or backtracks or something that could be considered in a different way. You know, that depends on how you want to interpret what I said.
Okay, yeah, because it was just very confusing. Because I was trying to remember from last session, I was like, I thought he didn't know a cure. That's why I was so confused. But he sounds shifty. I don't trust him.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, well, clearly he's trying to help out the people in the best way that he was able to. He was probably a little bit upset that his research ended up just getting overruled by your little saying, I know the cure, yada yada yada, and just drop it. And also, forewarning, I wouldn't try doing what you guys just did with all the questioning. It's going to make people feel uneasy, not be able to trust us, and it's probably going to be one of your guys' downfall characteristics. Just to be blunt with you in this moment, in this time.
I don't think asking what deity some religious man prays for from cleric to cleric.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's the thing: you might be cleric to cleric, but some people don't like to constantly flaunt their religion, or don't want people to constantly know who they support, because in some instances, some people might not like the deity they support, and they can get backlash for it.
but
I don't
he
believe he's a
didn't-
cleric.
He didn't need to tell us who he supported. He just
Yeah, but
like
the
if
way
he,
that
No, we asked if he had a deity that he looked up to.
well, the way that Pigsy just phrased it, it sounded like you guys were trying to get him to say what deity he was following.
Because he asked me, though.
And you could have also done the same thing he did and not want to tell.
Wait, but that makes no sense, because that means he can be rude and ask somebody something, and then when you be quote-unquote rude back and ask the exact same question, you can't be offended by it.
Technically,
That makes zero sense.
you can choose whether to give the information or not give the information whenever you decide to do. That's completely up to you. And he just didn't want to give the information. Yeah, someone
So
can
it was
ask, but they
rude.
can...
No, that literally
No,
makes no sense. Because he can ask me, and that's fine, but then when I ask him, that's like, hi, how are you? And he's like, oh, I'm good, how are you? And they're like, how dare you ask how I am? That's the
Well,
exact same thing.
You could have also taken offense to it.
But why would he ask me the question if it offends him? Why would he ask me? Because I'm going to ask him back.
No, let's just drop the whole religion talk, okay?
That's all I'm saying. Is he can't get upset about asking a question. If he never asked me the question, then it would be different. But he started it.
Okay,
Let
it
me
doesn't
at
matter who. It doesn't matter who started
Let me
what.
at him. Let me at him. No.
Hang on, no, JC, I'm going to case him with mold earth real quick and cover his mouth. Allow him to breathe, but I'm going to shut him up real quick with mold earth.
Let me at him. Twig, get him.
I'm also going to hold down Twig.
You can only hold down one of us.
Actually, no, because I can shape the earth. I don't have to constantly have it controlled, and it will stay like that until I decide to bring it down with
Let
my
me at
molder.
him.
Civil War.
So, am I allowed to do that, JC?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not how Mold Earth works. I
You
think
can
it's also
shape
pretty
it.
It's not also pretty slow. It's not a. It
Oh,
happens, it's more
never
of a-
mind. Damn,
I
I was
don't
thinking of
know,
earthbending.
I honestly, yeah, well, I honestly don't know. Plus, also, just you could just simply, put a hand over his mouth.
Yeah, but hang on. No, because if I do that, I'm going to get bit. He has rabies.
That's the minus rabies.
No,
That's
you know what?
the-
I'm over it. No, Twig, calm me down. Twig, like when somebody's about to fight at the club, and you have your friend like, no, don't do it, and you're like, they're in the way. That's Twig to me right now. I'm like, ooh, he doesn't want no smoke. And I'm over it.
Picture it like this, Amon. You feeling that you are responsible for a nation of people. They go somewhere to a healer that can do so much for them. People come into town and say, look, this is how you can heal these specific people. And then that person doesn't take those advice. These are my people that are dying here. These are people that have lived in my lands. People that I'm supposed to be responsible in some shape and form. I think it's only natural that I get to ask certain questions about what is happening.
Yes, in that case, you do have that right to ask a certain question. Man, I feel like I'm split. I agree
What
with you,
direction
but I
do you
also.
want?
Did you guys not ask for directions before you just
No.
started walking off?
Nyax knows the direction.
To the next village, yeah, it's just follow the road.
Okay, but there might be a different path. So, is there anyone nearby who I could possibly ask directions first before we leave the town? Because
We
I
weren't
want
yeah,
to
gonna
make sure.
leave yet.
I know, but,
Yeah,
but I
no,
still
yeah.
want to get directions.
Yeah, so the town of Solardad is like the largest kind of thing, and after going through this open gap in the cliffs, the big bluff that separates pretty much the coastal scrubland from the rich forest land on the other side, it then starts dipping into elven territory, and there's a little bit of crossover, but generally speaking, this is the boundary. As I said before, the boundary is technically further on that side. But most people just accept it as this is where it is. The town itself, yes, you can head into the town.
Alrighty, I'm gonna quickly unlatch my arms from them, and I'm gonna go up to someone and ask them for directions to the next town.
You head into the town, and it is a modestly sized town, maybe perhaps in the region of maybe 10,000 people or so would be able to sit comfortably in this place. But you don't really see a lot of people on the streets. Most people seem to be sticking indoors or sticking to themselves. Eventually, by walking down a couple of the main streets, how far into the town do you go?
I think I'm gonna venture about like halfway into it
Okay.
at most, just so I won't get completely lost and I'll be able to get back to them quicker.
Alrighty. You head in as far as you do, and you eventually come along some like major thoroughfares, carriage-drawn streets, quite large, and hitching posts and points along the side. You have a couple of options. There seems to be like a bookstore. There's furnishings, rug making, weavers. Seems to be quite a large building, perhaps like a town hall, and another similarly large building seems to indicate a tavern.
I think I'm going to possibly go to. I want to visit the town hall first to see if they actually if they could give
Have a
me
map.
more information. Yeah, or have a map.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
following him, by the way.
Everyone going, or just them two?
Might as well.
Okay. As you all make your way into the town hall, we're going to go on break.
Oh, okay.
Break!
So, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you're enjoying this very interesting dynamic that is being set up. I know I am. So, we'll be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
I mean, you can go somewhere. Just please come back.
Just that sounds so
it was when I was like, this is like a quickest way for us to go for a destination, and it was just like perfectly timed. I'm like, why am I getting told to shush?
No, because I went like I don't know. You know, you just like breathe in.
Yeah,
Like, I was breathing in because like I wasn't sure. Maybe I yawned. I don't know, but I remember
I don't know. It sounded like a.
Well, welcome back, regardless. Feel free to continue chatting. Just wanted to let you know that we're back and do what you need to do.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
I'm having map problems.
So yeah, we're just gonna travel quickly into this tavern. Make sure that we are taking the right path, but I believe we already.
We're not going to the tavern. No. We're going to the town hall to get a map and directions.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. Alrighty. So, who do I see? Do I see anyone who I would think would be like the most knowledgeable for the map wise and direction wise when I walk in?
Moving into the town hall, there seems to be a bit of a reception waiting area and a person behind the desk who is just reading a book at the moment. Very few people in here. It seems like a young couple, for lack of a better descriptor. Again, tiefling. And there is a older gentleman, and again, tiefling, who seems to be chatting with someone over the counter. And the general gist of the conversation, he's talking about money. And, I put my money here, and what are we going to do about this?
I don't think that's a good dude to go to.
But yeah, the receptionist is available, though currently just casually reading.
Alrighty, I'm gonna walk up to the receptionist.
She closes the book and looks at you. She is a kind of a reddish, very that rosy pinkness, turning into a slightly more redder tinge to give her the definitions and highlights of skin pigment, and very luminous, eldritch purple eyes. She gives you a bit of a smile as you approach. Good afternoon. May I be of assistance? Do you have an appointment?
No, I do not have an appointment, but I was wondering if you would be able to help us today.
I can do my best. What regards do you need? Are you looking for a department? Are you looking for a certification?
I'm looking for a map around the surrounding areas and direction to the next town.
The next town is currently not in population as far as I'm aware, but I do not think we have any current... I might do, actually. Give me a second. And she gets up and goes around the desk and heads upstairs. And after a few minutes waiting, where the old timer comes over to you, comes over to Amon and goes, I don't understand now. This is just ridiculous. People coming in and people leaving. What are you making of this? I don't recognize you. Who are you?
I, kind sir, am Amon. I'm a venturing these parts.
Yeah.
Who might you be?
He turns around and calls back to the counter.
You hear that? I'm a kind sir. Oh, I like you, man. Where are you going? What's bring you so like that?
I'm here to try finding directions to the next town and possibly a map of the surrounding areas, so we won't get lost.
You coming for the dragon too?
One more time, sir?
You coming for the dragon? Like them other lot?
There's a dragon?
Yes, the other lot said. Came through bad news 10 days ago. Came wandering through asking all sorts of questions. Who did this? Who did that? What were they doing here? What was the point? Very rude people. You know? Some Republican lot. All humans, you know. Thinking, high and mighty. And they went off wandering into the forest.
They always think they're high and mighty.
Yeah, you too. Yes, I like it. You're not sure if this guy is drunk or a little bit senile.
Could I investigate his appearance to see if I could possibly figure out, at least try?
He just seems like an old-timey sort of gentleman. But a tunic and a waistcoat with what would potentially be riding breeches and a cloak over the top. It's probably seen the better days. A little bit that kind of musty old person-y smell.
Kind sir, do you happen to remember which direction they went or what town they said the dragon was near?
Oh, well, they were going. They were heading into the Emerald Enclave with all the refugees come from. I don't think they ever really said where they were going. They were just demanding knowledge about all sorts of things. Didn't rub Cobalt up the wrong way. I'd taken all their supplies. Said they had better need for it. No, I'm afraid not. Tell me, where did you come from? Are there tiefling places? Are there, places where we could be by ourselves?
I actually have come from a village of humans. I was one of the small little bloodline.
You can get some devil kin in you. It'll make you a bad person. Wait, are you devil kin or demonic kin?
I'm nowhere near a bad person, sir.
No. You devil kin or you demonic kin?
JC, can you say the last one in a normal voice? I couldn't understand it.
Devil kin or demonic kin?
I think I'm devilkin.
Yes. I liked you. Apparently I've got some Azariel in me. First time I damn near sneezed and blew up my dentures. Spanking my grandchildren once, getting them back in land. And never had to do that again. Hand glowed up and crack of thunder. Damn near shook the house down. Okay, you're gonna keep the young ones right. Hey, you got business, and I won't keep you. Thank you very much. He starts heading off and heads out.
You're welcome, sir.
You turn back to see the receptionist who's kind of like there waiting for you to finish your discussion, and perhaps that's why he's like, okay, I got the I get it. Shuffle on, old timer, shuffle on. He heads out.
Sorry about that.
Person lays out a cruder map than what is available on Roll20, but she lays this out for you. Now, there are a couple of places that are not in habitation anymore, I'm afraid, and there probably are a number of ruins and places that have been overrun. Do you mind asking why you're heading into these places?
We are actually on a quest to try stopping something, and these are just on our way through, so we're thinking we could go and look through them to see if we can try helping in any way, shape, or form.
Well, the last lot of people that came through were going along here, and she draws along the map, and then they said they were going to be going to about here, and Nyax, if you are there listening, her finger lands on where your entrance would be.
The entrance to Master Very's.
She kind of circulates in that vicinity.
Because the one the one that Master Very's is this one up here.
Mm-hmm.
So she mean this one.
No.
The
so
pink arrow.
The other when she mentions that another group came by, were asking similar information, she draws out a route similar to what you guys are expecting, and then her end destination for this other group is the same end destination as your own.
Oh shit. Hey, Amon.
Hey.
Hello. And I'm gonna wave at the librarian.
Good day.
Good day.
By any chance, would we be able to have this map, or is this the only map
No,
that is available to you?
This is the map for general inquiries. I'm afraid we don't have any other to spare. The craftsmanship, you can understand, took many hours of effort to make it to this pristine, and even this is probably not even entirely accurate.
Is there any chance that you have a spare parchment of paper that we can quickly draw down a sketch?
Certainly. She looks around and does that kind of search, and then pulls out one of the drawers and lays out a smaller, but again a sheet of parchment for you. A bit of papyrus. Oh, my Discord just crashed, I think.
Did it?
Hello.
Hello?
We still here. We can hear you.
I'm back. There we go.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
back. I'm David.
Oh god.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Man, I should do that line to Rachel when she does that to me.
My foot is about to find your buttocks. Yes, please continue.
On the parchment of paper, I'll give her a gold and say thank you. Do you mind if I take a quick sketch?
By all means. Just a question.
Yes.
Anyone got
Yes.
minor illusion?
I do.
Let me look real quick. I also do.
Snap. There's your map.
Oh! Alrighty.
But we have to
I
remember
look-
what it looks like.
Indeed.
I'm going to spend. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes scanning the map to make sure that Amon can memorize it.
Obviously, this is
And that-
not a perfect method. It's just a case of this is a good way. It's a good trick for you guys to know that if you're needing to recount visual information for any particular reason, doing that, though it won't be accurate and there will be a check involved eventually, is a good way to navigate it.
Alrighty. So I'll spend 10 minutes. Sound good to try memorizing the map?
Because he hasn't said anything and I don't know what he's doing, I'm going to be drawing down the map.
Yeah, so.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Don't know why, I just want to do it.
I'll shut up.
What's the range of detect magic?
30 feet, I think, like around me.
Okay. You get a faint magical trace above you.
But it's like above me, as in
Gremlin.
like it's like a floor.
In the floor above, yes.
Oh, okay. Is she distracted?
Yeah, she's dealing with these two.
Don't you dare.
Do I have any thing that can I don't think I have anything where I could. Oh,
Hang
but
on.
if I told Pip, she would go for it.
She's not here to do it though. So you're
Yeah, I
welcome
know.
to do it yourself.
Hang on. Was his chuckles? Were we able to hear it because he wasn't
Nope,
really
you're-
specifically saying?
Nope.
Damn. Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna slowly wait. Can I walk up the stairs? Is it like an awkward? No, we're in this kind of hall, right?
We're in the
You're
town
in
hall.
the reception area. Yeah, the stairs are to the right of these two and to the left of the woman behind the desk. There's this small. There's not many people in here.
Oh, is it like one of the things where I could just walk upstairs and they would just be like, "Hey"? Okay. So
you don't see anyone that would stop you.
I casually walk upstairs without Twig. I tell Twig to stay.
Okay. You start heading upstairs. Upstairs is another kind of like landing waiting area, again with some chairs and some places to sit. But beyond that, there are a number of closed doors and a hallway that leads left and right along most of the building. But at the end, it seems to take a left. If you take the left-hand side, it would turn right. And if you go down the right-hand side, it would turn left. Kind of wrapping around this central hub of rooms.
Where's the ping coming from? Which room?
It's coming from like around the back.
I'm gonna go around the back. Stealthily, stealthily. I'm stealthing.
Okay.
Not good at
You
stealth.
have DM inspiration.
Oh, I do.
Do you want to use it?
I will roll first, and then I will see if I want to use it.
Smart.
Actually, what is my stealth? 6, that's 3. 20. Dirty 20.
30-20.
20, okay. You move around, and which way are you going, left or right?
Oh, whichever way I feel the ping, because it's up for 10 minutes, so like I kind of know.
Either one seems to be going a bit the same way. So as you move down the, let's say, left-hand corridor, you see some nice tapestries depicting various things and scenes, and there's a couple of like glass cabinets with things inside, like a nice necklace, and there's a plaque on it that says what was it again? It was it is the necklace of the founding families. It's an heirloom of the founding family. It's the Solari, and then as you move further around, you can see another item that's in the display case, and it says Daradanim, which seems to be an elven word for unity. And on this plaque, it says the joining of the houses, and it's 2 wedding rings, platinum. They seem to be like very, very nicely ornate. But it's all quite dusty. Like, not many people come up here.
Oh, okay. So I'm just taking a little tour, just
Mhm.
looking around.
Continue heading around, and as I said, the corridor up here is sort of wrapped around this central hub. And in the back, there seems to be a large double room that takes up the predominance of it. And as you get to it, the door is slightly ajar, and you hear nothing.
Okay, if I hear nothing, I'll enter the room.
Okay, you push open the door on well-maintained hinges as the bottom of the door ghosts against the carpentry. And inside this is definitely a mayoral office. Large, powerful, imposing wooden desk and high-back chairs, tall windows that are latticed in wood and trimmed in red velvet curtains, golden thread upholstery with tassels in the bottoms of them, leading out big windows that give a great view over most of the back of the city and onto the mountain range beyond. It's a very, very bright sight. Windows and glass work of various descriptions, a large bronze and glass floor lamp that's maybe about 6-7 feet tall. Very nicely done. However, your eyes are very quickly drawn to a bow that hangs above a large portrait, and it shows the town of Salaradad and the surrounding areas. A bit of a map, but it seems to be glorified, if that's the best way. It's definitely giving greater detail to certain areas. There's points of it that seem to have a larger level of importance, and both the bow and this portrait are giving off very powerful magical auras.
Okay. Like, when you say bow, as in like legit like a ribbon?
No, as in like longbow.
Drawstring.
Oh! Oh my god, I get the bow. Is it like... Oh, okay, does it look like my longbow?
It is a longbow. That one though looks fancy. This one is a rich orange. It's a rich orange oak with heavy, dark wood strains running through it, banded in a brass or perhaps even gold filigree. And where the tips of the bowstring would connect, you can see this almost crystalline structure to it. It's as if it's so clear and opaque in its opalescent flourish. It seems to have a little bit of light given off by it. It's kind of whiteness, a cloud of in effect.
Okay, I I move a chair, climb up on the chair, I switch out my bows.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay. I get off the chair with my new bow, put the chair back, I exit. But when I'm exiting, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on my bow to make it look like my regular bow.
Okay.
So while it's still like sheathed or whatever, it's looks like my old bow.
As you pull the chair out and bring it across, again, it's that little bit of dust that stands out to you. And as you bring it over to the area and get on the chair and reach up for the bow, and as you take it off, it's again got that thin layer of dust on the top of it, which again doesn't know what it is. But the picture itself seems to have like the glass that covers it and conceals it. If you were to wipe a finger down, you're pretty sure you'd... do you wipe a finger down it?
I kind of don't want to. If everything's so dusty, I don't want to touch it. I'm going to touch it though, yeah.
Okay. You wipe a finger down and it's definitely got a bit of gritty dust to it, which, considering how immaculate this place could be, seems odd. And as you scroll on the picture behind it moves.
Like an illusion?
You can scroll it as if the image seems to move and scroll somewhat.
Can I take it, or is it too big?
It's a big portrait. It's like a wall mounted, 8 feet by 5 feet, big piece. But as you scroll it, it moves as if it's a fisheye bulb, and then if you were to continue pulling it across, you think you can see another image on the next one across.
Oh, I want to look.
Okay, you drag it across, and the next one seems to show an immense canyon gorge with a long stretch of water that flows in from somewhere and out into a big port of some sort, but you can only just make out the big port. And a big port, it's sprawling. It curves around in a moon shape, and this it reaches out into the ocean for quite a good distance. But again, that's only just barely on the periphery. The main focus is what seems to be some form of city of some sort that is floating halfway up this massive canyon, and yet the center of it seems to be slightly above the rest of it, as if it was a cutout and it's been set into it. And then around in the canyon walls, it's been cleanly cut down to create this disc-like expanse. And there are a number of prominent towers decorated in very clearly defined color schemes.
Okay, and then it's a portrait, right?
This big portrait, you can move it around and such.
So can I, theoretically, roll it up? Is it one of those kind of things?
You could too. It would have to take it out of its frame, though.
And the frame isn't magical?
You're not sure which part is magical, the portrait
or
the screen. It's difficult to say.
Okay, I look really hard, and then I think, whatever. And then I'm going to
roll an investigation.
Roll it up. Oh, okay. Jeez, where's my investigation at? It's been so long since I rolled. Natural 19, and then I have bonuses.
Okay.
2, so 21.
With a bit of difficulty, you manage to lift it off of the wall. It wobbles and wobbles and wobbles. You eventually have to lean it back against the wall and let it just slide down it before coming to a rest on the floor. And from this angle, you can see where like the portrait was on the wall, but looking and examining the picture and the frame and everything about it, the glass is there somewhat protected. You would guess, and the glass isn't the magical thing. It is the imagery behind it is definitely the magical item.
Okay. I take it.
Okay, like I said, this is about 8 feet long and about 5 feet tall. So you roll it up. It is at minimum 5 feet in length.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to wobbling out of the room. It's dusty in here, so like I'm not as scared. So I'm just trying to think. Oh wait, Pip has the bag, right?
Yeah, Pip has the bag.
Can I cast? Sending to Pip and just say, "Hey, can you sneak upstairs for a second?" And then I don't know, but she's not here. But like, I'm just trying to. I'm basically just trying to get the bag of holding. Yeah.
I'll say that she comes up and
Okay.
like backs into the room and looks at her. What are we doing here?
I just put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Just trust me. Hopefully, she trusts me.
Fine, just what are you doing though?
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, and then I have my bow, correct? Like I swapped them.
You have your new bow.
Yeah. Okay, with the illusion. Even Pip doesn't even know that it's magical yet. All right. So I'm going to. Okay, Pip, we gotta sneak downstairs again. Okay, so let's go sneak back downstairs.
Okay.
Hopefully. I'm not sure if I should waste another spell slot. I'm gonna try and sneak downstairs, but if I notice, actually no, I'm gonna casually walk downstairs. Just kind of like we're just walking downstairs.
Yep.
Because we didn't do anything wrong. Yep.
Yeah, Pip and Pigsy walk on down, and by this time you two have had a thorough examination of the map. You've got a fairly good sketch. You're fairly sure that within the next couple of weeks you'll be able to recreate this fairly accurately, though again it will become blurrier and blurrier over time.
So I'm just gonna step outside, guys. It seems like Pig needs to go to the washroom, so I'm just gonna quickly leave with Twig.
Okay, the two of them walk out the door.
As he says this, I'm gonna do a quick double check to see if I can spot Roland. Not Roland.
Roland's there.
Oh, he did
Roland
it.
isn't there. Where's Roland? I don't know where he is.
did it.
I fixed it myself.
Roland's just in the background. He's just chatting with Pip.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I have no clue where he was, so I just wanted to double check. And so we're done looking. I'm done examining the map, right, to make it so when I first do like pull up with the minor illusion, I'll be able to have like basically almost a crystal clear image of it.
Well, like I say, as the days go on, it will deteriorate until the point of
That's fine.
You'll have the big structures and it'll get to the point of, yes, this is the road, this was a structure here, and there was something there. You've not got like keen mind, which is like you perfectly recall it entirely. That's why you have a hard copy. But it's a quick way to do it.
Alrighty. I look at the secretary and I say, "Thank you for showing us this map and thank you for your time. Could you perhaps point us in the direction to the next town?"
She draws it again. She goes, go through the gap and the bluffs and continue pretty much straight. You'll come across the next settlement, though that one has been evacuated and most people have been brought here. She doesn't think there's anyone's going to be there, and then you're into the enclave.
Alright. Thank you, and have a great day. And I look at Nyx and say, "Are you ready?"
Yeah.
Alrighty. I link arms with Nyx and I skip out the door.
Yeah, skipping.
Alright, Dorothy and Pippin. You come skipping out, and again, you're in the centre of the town. Not many people around, just...
Alrighty. Is there anything that you guys would like to do here before we go and head out?
No, we should head out right now, though. Let's go.
I think we should start off.
I look over at I look at
Let's go.
Pigsy. I look at Pigsy. Why are you so eager to leave? There's a
Because
little...
Cobalt's so rude. I don't want to be in a town where he's so mean to me. So I'm leaving. And I storm off.
Okay. Pigsy,
Okay,
I don't know what
storm
direction,
off.
though.
Yeah, I
Hey,
hang on.
Pigsy,
As he's storming off, I yell, "Do you know where you're going?"
Nope, not at all.
Of course I don't.
Alrighty, I quickly and while I'm stalling, it's like, "Ready, Nyx? We're gonna run!" And I scream to Pip and Roland to try to catch up.
Okay. Well, you all make your way out of Solaridad. Booty and information hall at your disposal, and you make for the cliffs. How's the duration for minor illusion? I know you can do it as often as you want. What's the duration?
I feel like probably like 30 minutes and I'd just forget about it, and then it just not. That's what I assume.
You're traveling
One
for
second,
about an
I'll look it
hour.
up.
You're traveling for about an hour. By this time, you've reached the cliffs. And
It's 1 minute.
Yeah, but I can keep casting it. That's the thing.
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna be constantly going back on my beautiful drawing that I did as well.
I'm
Yeah,
going
for
to.
about 30 to 40 minutes, you'll start walking, and as you're traversing the plains, kind of yellowed maize grass, you eventually come to these bluffs, and the bluffs themselves seem to be a very chalk-like white gleam to them. But you can see where a lot of excavation work has been going on through it. Doesn't seem to be anyone there, or at least there's very few people there at the moment. Most of them seem to be doing it out of, well, we might as well do something, no point in sitting around. Though you definitely get the impression there's not as many people here as there could be. The sounds of mining, excavation and digging draw your attention. Scaffolding, ramps and walkways lead up to the height of the bluff at various points, and you can see people working on them.
I wonder what they're doing. Nyax,
Well,
how much
We should
time...
probably quickly go and ask and then get
Alrighty.
a quick answer and then carry on. We'll probably have to work throughout the night, and then maybe take a short rest. Is that okay with the rest of you, yeah?
If you guys would like, I could turn into something. Actually, the Steel Defender is with us, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I have a brilliant idea, but I'm gonna wait until I say it, and I want so we can go and ask those people what they're doing real quick.
Okay. Do you all go up, or just one of you?
I'll go up as well.
I'll go up with Nyax.
Okay. The two of you head up, and again, it's predominantly tiefling, though you see a couple of gnomish folk working and toiling away. They seem to be doing a water-based excavation, which is odd. Seems to be like some form of pressurizing system that involves a crank that will pressurize water that comes out of a small jet, and they are cutting the stone quite literally with these water jets. And as they're carving, you can see that they're working around a certain area on purpose, and faintly you can see a little bit of a flickering of like a blue light in the stone, and they're carving around that slowly, and they're just slowly grooving in deeper and deeper and deeper, as if like someone's heavily pressing on a pencil in a thick stack of paper, and slowly they're just piercing through each layer and each layer and each layer.
I look at them and I ask, do you guys happen to have like mold earth, or what was the other one that was an earth spell? I completely forgot.
There's a bunch of them. Oh, hey. No.
How wide around is this bluish rock? Well, this bluey glow?
About
Like,
1.5
where are they
feet.
cutting around it?
About 1.5 feet.
Can I, like, move away the rock with my mold earth?
Yeah,
What
I
are you
suppose you can
guys
like.
doing?
Genomite harvesting. The bluffs
We-
here are rich with the crystals.
We have a thing of Genomite. Can I look to see if it looks the same as the one that we've got?
Well, you can't actually see what they're doing. They're cutting around the glow so they don't accidentally hit the crystal.
As I was saying, can I
gesture over
mold earth?
to like a padded crate, and in there you can see a bunch of raw, uncut genomite stones. Various ones coming in different colours. There's greens, reds, blues, clear ones. There's even one that looks to have like a blackish hue to them, and each one has a different coloured flame. The one that really stands out is this blackish hued crystal with a yellow gold flame in the inside of it.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Why are you guys here?
It's our work. It's how we make a living.
Are we currently in the forest? Yes or no?
No. This is the bluffs that denote the boundary between the enclave and the republic.
Alright, okay. Fair enough. Do you need help? Really quickly?
I think we got it. And if you want to lend a hand, sure, but can't really. Not really our job to hire anybody.
Who hired you?
I can't remember actually.
Can't
I've
remember.
They're
been
gone
working here.
crazy.
I've been working here so long that I just can't remember.
Do any of you guys remember? I know. Mentioned to all of them. Who
They
you
all
work
have There's only about 5 here working in this unit. They all kind of take a moment. You were here before me. Who was it that worked with us? And the guy was that? I don't remember actually. It's as if I don't know.
They've been wiped from the memory.
Or they just
I don't
forget.
remember really.
Do you guys have any pieces of paper that have your like a contract or
Oh, we're
anything?
not here with us. No, like we've been doing this quite a long time now. It's good work. And the nobles in various places, like State of Glass, loves this stuff. You put that in some of their glass work, and it makes the whole structure shine. Especially some of the bigger ones. This here, and again, this one's is cutting around about 1.5 feet diameter. This one here, if this is as big as we're hoping it is, going to be worth a. This will be a good payday. He gestures at Nyax. You've got some of it in there, don't you? He kind of points at some of your jewellery.
No.
Some of them are Dynamite, aren't they?
I don't know.
He points to your ring. As you look at it, examine it
It's,
really closely.
Dragon orb, right? Not Dragon orb crystal, not Genomite.
It could be one or the other. I need to properly look at it. It's pretty though. Where'd you get it?
It's a family heirloom.
Oh, well. Sorry for intruding. Just thought it was.
Oh no, it's fine. That's fine. Just you really can't remember who you got hired by.
No, it's no, not that I can remember. I've been working here for years and years now. Like people come and go quite a lot. It's a good trade place. A lot of people come and go.
Have you had many people come and go lately?
There's quite a few. Well, at there was a few people that came by, like a couple hundred or so that came through. They were pretty sick by the looks of them. They came in a couple days ago, maybe 5-6 days ago.
Are any of you guys feeling sick?
Oh no, we've been well away from them. Our guys in the other. Oh, all right. You were the one that went closest. I didn't fucking. You threw me off. Have a bit of a argy-bargy for a moment. No, we've kind of been keeping to ourselves. Best to do it that way.
Hey, JC.
Do you guys have any... Sorry, go on.
Oh.
What happened?
I just hit the wrong thing. My bad.
Oh, I was
Hey,
like,
JC, fuck you.
bye. Literally. Hey, GC, I gotta go. Bye.
No, I was clicking on dice rolls and I accidentally moved my mouse a little bit and it hit on the D&D call. I was just gonna say, you were saying that there's like this black one that looked like it had a flame inside of it?
Yeah, it's like a black crystal, maybe the size of, I don't know, it'd be, if it was hollowed out, it would be, well, perhaps, I'm trying to think, I don't know how to make a comparison because I don't have any, US coins. Perhaps about half the size of a trackpad of a laptop, it's about that size, slightly smaller than a golf ball.
How is it guarded or is anyone watching over it?
I mean, there's a crate that's out in the open.
Could I, as Nyx is talking to them, could I try to grab it and make an illusion to make it seem like it's still there?
That would be a sleight of hand.
Please be nice to me. I really kind of want, because it looks pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
So you said sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. And
9x. What's your passive perception?
12!
You spot him, and a couple of other guys spot him as well.
Aww.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
It looks pretty.
Put it back before we call the guards.
Do the guards know who you work for?
I think you'd best be leaving now. Trying to distract us while this one gets away with his stuff.
Can I try making an illusion of making it look like I dropped it?
Put it.
I put it down. I'm sorry.
It wasn't me.
Good day to you both. And you can see them. They're not fighters, but they're muscular individuals, and they all start taking some of their chiseling items and moving a bit threateningly towards you as a get off of our get going thieves.
I walk away. But well, Nyx isn't a thief. It was only me. So I'll walk away.
They're telling you both to get moving.
Oh.
I'm sorry about him. He just can't keep his hands off of weird things. I constantly have to tell him to stop.
Good day to you both. Don't let us be catching you in town.
Town?
I would like to.
You can see Solalidad from the bluffs.
Can just to be an asshole now, because I wanted to say don't let me see you back in town. I would like to make the sound of the Hydra.
All of them jump and start looking around for like a landslide or something breaking, and they look discomforted by the sounds.
Good.
I'll just walk off.
Along with that, I'll also slightly make the ground tremor, just add the effect. And then as I'm walking away for the ground tremoring. Shows them right for being semi-asshole after I didn't take it. Okay.
Jeez, Amon, it's not nice to steal things.
You
look who's-
wander down the plankway, and you can see where a number of workstations are empty at the moment. Some of them deeper warrens than others. You imagine they'd be doing it from the bottom and working their way up, and doing it carefully. And you make it down, and Pigsy, in this moment, you are unaware of the other two reappearing as you are playing with your nibble.
Playing with a bow. Yeah, I got my bow. We're still walking, right?
You guys can.
Wait.
You guys can stop here if you want to continue walking.
Continue walking. But, is the illusion still up on Pigsy's bow?
Up to him.
I would have forgotten about it a while in and just been like, okay, whatever.
Amon's going to look at the bow and question where he got that from.
I've always had this.
That is a lie.
No, I've always had this bow.
That is a lie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You had a normal longbow.
Oh, you mean this? And then I'm gonna minor illusion it to my old longbow.
I'm not stupid.
Well, no, because
I would like to cast detect.
Feel free.
I would like to.
Feel free to make an insight check, David.
Alrighty.
And feel free to
Along
make
with
a
that, I would
deception
also
check.
like to use detect magic.
You will not do that until after the dice roll.
Oh, okay. So you
See,
said
this-
insight?
My bow has always been magical. It can switch between, a normal looking one or not. It's mostly just
19.
cosmetic kind things,
I
Roll
thought you
deception,
said you didn't
Pigsy.
have any magical things.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Roll.
see, I mean, I do have magical things. Like,
Oh, now look who's choosing what they ended up
Roll a
saying.
deception,
I got
Pigsy.
I got this shield. I got
What?
this little cool contacts that make me able to see better. So
JC, what did you say?
Roll a deception, Pigsy.
Okay. 16 is my deception.
That's what?
16.
Now I'm on. You're pretty sure he's lying, and then as next, but I thought you said you didn't have any magic items. You're like, you didn't. Then you cast detect magic.
Yep.
Because I just have, I've always had this stuff. It's just been like a thing. Right, Twig? And Twig's gonna, nod.
Yeah.
Twig,
The bow
See,
is
I'm not
certainly something you're not familiar with. It is giving off its own unique magical signature.
Okay, Pigsy, where did you get that?
I got it. I've always had this.
No, you haven't. You can't lie to me. You even said earlier that your bow was a magic. It was just a normal longbow. Now, where the fuck did you get that bow?
I got it, it was just like sitting there. It was collecting dust, so no one was using it, so I just took it.
From where, Pigsy?
Like, the mayor's place.
We went to a mayor's place?
Where me and
The town hall. You mean,
Yeah, that's-
Pigsy?
Yeah, look where the mayor is.
This is worse than me trying to take that crystal.
Oh, so you meant you were trying to steal?
It was
Why?
shiny.
Why am I in a bunch of thieves?
Hey, it looks at Pip.
No, yeah.
Pip hasn't stolen anything.
Oh, Pip hasn't stolen anything? what's this? And I'm gonna go into the bag and pull out the map that she stole.
You told me this. You told me this.
No,
you
she
told me to
stole it.
take this.
No, because everybody said let's get a map, so I got a map. Here's my map, and I'm gonna show them the portrait map.
It's our big map.
I pull it out. It takes a while for me to pull it out, but
It's a big map. It's about 5 feet tall, and as he unwinds it, it's 8 feet long, and it is currently showing quite some detail of a very unusually built city that seems to be built into and above and around a gorge or canyon. With
this is my map.
Okay, 1 minute.
Nice.
Does
you
it
recognize
look-
some of the color schemes?
Does it look dark? Does it look like a building that I've seen on the cube?
No, you recognize the color schemes though from an interaction you've had with a couple of Lyceum members.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. Lady Olmec's colorations, her robe design, that matches with one of the towers there. You think, didn't Professor Layton have robes? As you look at it, yeah, look, there's the one for abjuration. That's the abjuration school magic colours.
Did he just rob somewhere that we can teleport to?
It's a fancy looking map.
Oh, dear. Oh my god.
Can I just go up and touch the location?
No.
Oh,
The finger curls at the last moment.
why no?
I don't know much about teleportation. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the brightest cookie. Lady Olmec, Layton, and other people around the Lyceum have been wearing these colours. I think this might be an act of... It's hard to say. Somewhere that we can teleport to? Which could come in handy?
But could somebody teleport out of it right now and just kind of pop out?
Possibly? I don't know.
Wait, don't we... Like, this is out of game, but, like, Pip has Identify, right? Just so we know for future.
I don't have the bag of holding at the moment. I can get it, and I will be getting it at the end of this, so I'll add it into it. I didn't really expect you to do this. So we'll see
okay.
how... I mean, it was there. It was a big red button, and you pushed it.
I think she does have the spell Identify. That's just good to know for
She
later.
does.
She does have
does.
a spell identify, yeah.
Okay.
So,
We've got to make sure that it doesn't rip, for one.
So keep it in the bag of holding.
Yes.
Because I can't carry it.
Is the magic still up on it, though?
It's a very fancy map, and it's giving off a powerful
My-
magical signature.
I look at Nyax. I want to touch it.
Don't fucking touch it.
I want to touch it.
If you touch it and you get transported somewhere else, then do not blame us.
We're not coming to save you.
We're not coming back. We're on
No.
a mission.
Wait,
You can try
hang
and
on.
touch it after.
What about the town that we're going to? Is that on the map?
This is a very detailed image of a town, and
Oh.
Does it look like a town I've been in?
No, you. As far as I can remember, with your backstory, you've never been to this town.
From the stories that I was told about the City of Glass and Reading by Layton and Lady Olmec, do they look like either one of them?
It does.
Which one?
Reading.
Well, shit.
What? Wait, what?
It's ready. It's on the other side of the freaking continent. Ah.
So if it's a teleportation
Maybe.
thing,
Now, both Pigsy and Amon, I'm not really sure how familiar you are with bidding. I don't really know how familiar you are with the lore and the lands of the continent, to be completely truthful. But I'm going to say there are a few things that everybody knows about the Republic. One of them being that the capital of the Republic is the City of Glass. The other one is that the High Order of Magic Users and Practitioners is located in a place called Reading.
and
Ta-da!
I'm really tempted to touch it.
That.
We should put it away
Well,
in the
yes.
bag of holding until we have this quest done. Because
Yes.
I don't think we need more quests
Yes.
right now. My quest log is full.
You mean with this one
My quest log
quest?
is full.
My quest log isn't. I have more room. I have more room.
Just sort of abandoning the low level ones.
Okay, and what about this motherfucking bell?
This is see, okay. It was in the room, and there was so much dust in the room, which is really weird because it was like an office for the mayor, but it was just collecting dust. So I just wanted to, I don't know, it looked nice, so I grabbed it. But I didn't just take it though, because I put my old bow back, so it's like realistically, you take a bow, give a bow.
They're not stupid.
That's not
Your
how
bow
it
wasn't
works.
magical.
You don't know, that was pretty magical to me.
Yeah, as a dildo.
Don't
I'm sorry.
That's magical.
Even Pip, Roland, who's been like kind of like, I'm not getting involved in this, just looks at him and goes, huh? So the
Whoops.
question is, the final question I will ask before we end the stream is, do you roll it up, or does someone touch it?
Roll it.
Roll it.
Rolling
I
it.
touch it.
No, I'm gonna kick him on.
If he touches it, I'm not jumping in to save him.
I'm gonna kick him on back. If he goes anywhere near it,
As the parchment is rolled up, Amon, your moment was broken. You were like, do I? I'm going to do it. No, I don't know. And the parchment gets rolled up and is returned to the bag of holding. And with that longing question of, but what would have happened lingering over the
That's
parchment,
why I wanted to
we're
touch
going to
it.
end the stream here. I know it's a little bit early, but I don't want to start anything else because next week is going to be the start of the Emerald Enclave, the final push towards a level 9, probably even level 10, depending on what happens during all this and what other things are uncovered and discovered. But I think we have a fair few things that we need to figure out for Play of the Night and NPC of the Night. So if anyone in chat would like to nominate a person or a thing for Play of the Night, please shout out. If anyone wants to nominate a Player of the Night, please shout out.
magical
What?
as a dildo.
Oh god. That's I don't know why that came out.
For fuck's sake, David.
I'm sorry.
I liked how you picture Roland's face. He was like, "What? Wait."
Not Cobalt, I hate him.
Wait.
I'm not gonna lie, the only person I'm really gonna say is Cobalt because he's the only one who we really had any social interaction with that like gave some form of depth, and I'm
Not the guy that we
You
found
don't
in
like the old
last
man?
what?
week. The old man. The guy
Oh yeah,
that
never
was
mind.
trying
Old man. Old man.
Old man
He made me
Jenkins.
laugh. Oh man,
Old
he
man
made me
Jenkins.
laugh. That's my NPC.
Alright. Len, so that's Dave. What about you two? What are your votes? For NPC
I'll
of the
go
night.
for the old man as well.
Yeah, I'll say old man too.
Alrighty, so 3 for the NPCs. The old, oh man, Jenkins, I like you, man. And that leaves the play of the night. Again, DM inspiration was not used, not needed. I just rolled too well for it. So, to be fair, you could have re-rolled it on that 16.
Yeah, I was going to, but I was like, nah, it's fine. I kind of want them to know.
Fair enough. Okay, so what then is the what did you guys vote for one another?
Steel Defender.
Why Steel Defender? He wasn't even part of this.
I don't know. I just want Steel Defender to get a little extra love.
Well, I'm going to go for Nyax.
Why so? What's your reason?
Well, I got a weird feeling that the reason why I'm going to vote for Nyax is one, on how she was in character throughout the whole entire thing, and then 2, was about ready to beat the shit out of Amon for trying to touch the map.
I will drop kick you.
I want to fuck it. Let me touch it. That's 2 streams in a row now where it's like, but I want to go and touch it.
I don't know why. First it's shiny, and then it's mysterious.
Oh no! It's actually, I've probably like 3 or 4 streams in a row now when I've like dangled something in front of you, like, do you touch it? And you're like, ooh, just.
I'm the one who's like, yes.
One of these days.
One of these days I'll have my moment.
What about you, Nyax? You got that vote. So who do you pass a vote for?
It would probably be Pigsy who stole the things in the first place. There's a map. I like it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the whole thing. It's bigger than you are. I'm still gonna take it.
Pip stole it. Pip helped, so she's an accomplice.
Just so you know, that's literally when this is rolled out, that's a 40-foot square tapestry you just roinked.
And if somebody tries to teleport it, they would teleport to our bag and just die. I assume.
What do you vote though then, Pigsy?
I like Nyax. With the role playing and stuff. And wanting to beat up Amon.
We'll see if anyone else casts a vote. I don't think anyone's in chat at the moment. So I'll be down to the YouTube comments. I will remember to put a link into the YouTube comments. Thank you very much for joining all of us. This has been great. Be sure to check us out on the following Sunday. We do not have a Wednesday game. Curse of Strahd is on hiatus until the new year. However, both Welcome to Raska games will be continuing next week on Sunday at the regular time. It may be the last one of the year. So thank you very much for sticking with us. I've been your humble Dungeon Master. These have been the great players. And we shall see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.